Suzuhana Yuko from WAGAKKI Band, but she's actually got plenty of solo career and other projects to her name as well. She is a singer who I've often cited as, in my opinion, being one of the best voices to ever come out of Japan, or frankly, just one of the best voices, full stop, in contemporary music. Absolutely amazing artist, and well, she's back with another solo song. I mean, ever since WAGAKKI Band had their little hiatus decision, obviously she's done a different song with the side project, which is the Shakuhachi and the Koto. I can't remember the name of that project. I know lots of people are going to be mad. I'm really bad at remembering names of things. But that song was really cool, the ones that she's done with them. And now she's doing another solo song. I've covered some of her solo music in the past that I thought was absolutely superb. Anyway, this one has a name that is referring to apparently some ninja scrolls. So I'm getting the feeling we're going to get some strong imagery in this one, as is often the case with Yuko Suzuhana. Some amazing vocals, as I'm sure we're going to get. I'm looking forward to seeing what we get in this one. So let's dive in. Enough waffle. 4 minutes and 14 seconds of Yuko Suzuhana lie ahead. Let's go. Loving that imagery straight away. Ooh. This always looks like it is WAGAKKI Band, but it's not. Oh, listen to all those sounds. Texture of instruments coming and going. Love that big melodic build-up. Just, you can hear every little sound. Hear the tiny little drum back there. You can hear the shamisen, the koto, the shakuhachi, everything. It's so clear. Beautiful, warm texture sounds. Love that offbeat shamisen and koto there. Is the other gentleman, is he on a shakuhachi as well, or is that a type of flute? I couldn't quite tell. A guitar solo sounds much better when it's building up from all this beautiful cornucopia of sounds happening around it. Ooh. That build up there, all the percussive elements. In fact, I only just noticed that we can't see a drummer in this video. Oh. That's how you do your soundscape. That was 4 minutes that flew by and felt like 2. sound, just extra vocals and everything, the layers of sound. Yeah, okay, that's wild. Come on, show us some credits. Put some. All right, well, yeah, okay. All right, now, I'll tell you what, I've got to be honest, right? So, at the center of this is pure Yuko Suzuhana. I'm not going to argue with that. Her voice is the central thing that this is around, and her voice is amazing as always. Like I said, one of the best singers, full stop. But what I love about this is that sometimes you get like artists or bands or even songwriters who'll just take a great singer and they'll put them at the center and everything's kind of built around them and that's it. But I love the fact that this was just awash with incredible sounds. It's like Yuko Suzuhana, yes, she's front and center, but everything going on in the background was so beautiful. So, okay, so it's not WAGAKKI Band, but it's basically an arrangement that's so big that it kind of could be WAGAKKI Band. You know, you've got the contemporary and the WAGAKKI all thrown in there at the same time. So I really, really enjoyed just the whole feel of this. I wasn't expecting it to be such a, kind of familiar to the WAGAKKI Band sound. Again, not WAGAKKI Band, but I wasn't expecting it to sound so much like it would belong to that kind of, that particular discography of songs that she has. But it very much sounded like that. Now, what really worked about this for me is just, again, what worked about that arrangement for me is just the fact that all of those instruments, every single one of them was doing something beautiful. Even that one, I don't know what it's called, the one little tiny drum that he was hitting. It's kind of like a mini baby bongo taiko, the one that he was hitting, even that was used so interestingly in the arrangement. You know, really sort of like hitting it and just little bits where it was just like accenting certain little beats. Then they had that build up where he was like tapping it like do 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 do, and it really actually you felt it like it was knocking on your eardrums. Even that little drum was adding so much to this song. It's so much so that you didn't even see I didn't even notice that there was no full drum kit in the background of the video. The shamisen and the koto working together in the second verse, that little bit where they're playing off the beat, almost reggae style. Love that, kind of added an extra little skip to the beat as it was building up. The guitar work as a general was brilliant. Again, it wasn't so loud as to take up, it wasn't like, oh, we have to do a rock song, but it was adding that thickness. It was adding that thickness underneath all of these other sounds that held them together. It stopped them just being a disparate sort of set of sounds. They were all pulled together by the cement of having that guitar and the bass at the center, but obviously the bass was sort of holding it down quite simply. There was some nice little bass runs in there, but it's mostly just about holding down the center whilst everything worked around it. And then the guitar obviously added the extra punch when you needed it and then went full on into doing that solo, which again, some solos feel a bit arbitrary, like, oh, we're a rock band, let's have a solo in here. But this felt like it was earned. It felt like you had such an interesting set of sounds that then to punch through with that sort of distorted guitar sound and give it the solo at that point, it felt earned, it felt built up to, and it felt itself like it was just increasing the drama as we went into the final chorus. All of that was absolutely superb. I loved every single instrument. I loved the way they went together. I loved the fact that even without Yuko Suzuhana, this song would have been an absolute treat for the ears. But then you throw in one of the best vocalists of our age, and it's like, that's a bit of a treat, right? Yeah, I absolutely adored how her voice went into that and just filled it. And one of the things which actually, again, really works about this is because the backing was so frenetic and so active, and it almost felt like, even though the chorus kind of repeated, it never felt like they played the same thing twice. It felt like the instruments almost had a certain degree of improvisation in there. They were building up each time the chorus came round, for example. Because of that, it meant that Yuko was able to deliver a slightly more repeating, slightly more catchy melody because of the fact that it didn't feel copy-paste, because the backing music was so active and alive and natural sounding. It allowed her to do a sort of a catchy repeat chorus in which she could just sort of let her voice come out in this sort of nice, simple, melodic way that was a bit of an earworm, because the backing music was carrying all of the necessary variation to, like I say, again, stop it sounding repetitive. And that's a brilliant thing to do, to take advantage of that, to deliver such a catchy, earwormy hook. I think that was just superb. Loved everything about this. I will say that it did basically feel like WAGAKKI Band without WAGAKKI Band. I'm not gonna lie, that's exactly what it felt like. Even the video had a little bit of that style, but obviously I have to credit it as what it is, and what it is, well, I liked it for all the same reasons I do like WAGAKKI Band, if I'm honest with you. But I'm going to give credit to Yuko Suzuhana because she's clearly one lead in this project, even if there were some familiar faces in there. Again, someone let me know, actually. I'm not sure if I can find out. Now, I'm not the biggest shakuhachi expert, but oh no, I think he is playing a shakuhachi. I was wondering if the second fellow was also playing a shakuhachi, because certain things about the reflection, it looked a little bit like I was seeing stops on it, like a flute, but no, there isn't any stops on this. So that was 2 shakuhachi players. Double the awesomeness. Yeah, this was an absolute treat for the ears. Brilliant stuff. Fantastic job, everyone. Yuko Suzuhana, obviously at front and center, but fantastic job, everyone. What an absolute treat. So, yeah, get in the comments. Tell me what you think. I'd be surprised if anyone didn't love this. This was gorgeous. I love it when songs come around like this. You could just gush about it. I'm always honest on this channel, but yeah. What's the biggest insult I can give? What's the biggest critique I can give this? It sounds a lot like WAGAKKI Band. That's a critique? Oh, no. Love it. Get in the comments. Tell me what you think. I think this is brilliant. And until I hopefully see you very soon in Japan for the next one of these. For now, ciao, ciao.